With its rich culture and amazing scenery, Austria has been a place I wanted to visit for years. I'm finally going during its autumn season, and for 13 days, I'll explore the country from Vienna to Innsbruck, using its efficient bus and train transportation, capturing its landscapes along the way.
These are some of the most incredible views I think I've ever seen. I can't get over these snow-capped mountains. The Sound of Music filmed right on these stairs. You could tell that a lot of work, detail, and playful charm was put into this place. We have made it to the postcard of Austria, Hallstatt.
I'll be immersing myself in Austria's food and history, while also getting to do some hiking through the world-famous Alps to admire the stunning fall foliage.
I guess this is the gamble when you decide to come to the Alps in October. I mean, you could screen capture any frame of this video and just hang it up on your wall.
Join my solo travel journey through Austria on this autumn Alps adventure.
I can't believe that there is a world where people still live like this. So how this trip to Austria came about is that I've been invited to Milan to teach a seminar for stunt performers. And if you're watching for the first time, I am a stuntman in New York City. I guess you could say by day, and YouTube is just something that I do as a passion project. I'll only be in Milan for 3 days, but I didn't want to go and have to just come right back to New York City. I mean, of course I'd love to see more of Italy someday, but when the weather's right. So how did I choose Austria? Well, for someone who's obsessed with travel as I am, in my spare time I like to create itineraries in my notes of places that I'm interested in. Some have been there for months, some for years, just waiting in the wings. And since Austria is relatively close, it just made sense. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you will know that I dislike the cold and I will avoid it at all costs. So, why am I going? Well, one is that it's off season. There's fewer crowds, so it tends to be quieter, and it's less expensive. But also, this time last October, I went to Croatia and it was one of the best travels I've done. I found the weather to be very pleasant and I even managed to have some beach time, even though it was a bit chilly. Now, of course, even though these countries are relatively close, the weathers are going to be drastically different. But I only have 13 days. Some activities will be weather dependent, some might be closed, but I will make the most of this trip because I still think it's a good time to explore. So, let's go.
I was dropped off at 5 in the morning at Milan Airport. From there, it's just an hour and a half to reach Austria's capital of Vienna.
Well, it is pretty brisk out here, I would say that.
Just got my train ticket to get to the city center.
From the airport, it was a quick 30-minute shuttle, then a train transfer to get me to the area of where I'll be staying.
Room with a view. Welcome to Vienna. I don't know if this is typical. Maybe it's an off-season thing or it's just because it's Sunday, but it's pretty quiet for a major city. A lot of things here are closed, so it's probably because it's Sunday. Won't be up to much today. Still pretty beat up from the 2 days in Milan. So we're just gonna wander around. There's a couple of places I want to see, and they're about 45 minutes to 55 minutes walking. It's a great way of exploring the city and getting some exercise in.
I first passed along through the town square, admiring the local life going about. I then made my way to the Hundertwasserhaus, a unique apartment complex completed in 1985.
What a unique building. That's super cute.
Its unique design makes it one of Vienna's most visited buildings and part of Austria's cultural heritage.
It's giving me sort of a Hansel and Gretel kind of vibe. I will say that Austria definitely has its charm. Do you think that's actually the actor Al Pacino? Does he actually own a place in Austria? Hold on, I gotta Google that. I see a glimpse of where we're going to next. Just strolled into this park. Kind of reminds me of like Central Park West in New York. So we are here at Prater. I'm not even gonna try to attempt to say these words. I'm just gonna butcher it. But it's a very popular amusement park in the middle of the city. And I'm not gonna write anything. I mean, it'll be lame. I'm by myself, but I don't know. Maybe we could do the Ferris wheel.
Prater was first established way back in 1895. Early amusement attractions included swings and carousels, and over time, the 64 acres has evolved into a major center of culture and entertainment, with the park now home to over 250 rides. Among these rides is the iconic giant Ferris wheel, Riesenrad.
All right, why not? I mean, we're here, right?
It's been featured in many popular films such as The Third Man and James Bond's The Living Daylights.
Was it a bit cheesy? Yeah, but I kind of liked it. I had a smile on my face just seeing the city from above. All right, let's go get some dinner. All right, we're back and we're here at Naschmarkt. We were here earlier, but it was closed. And here is where you can find restaurants that serve local food. So that's what we're gonna do. And over here we have schnitzel and ribs.
Someone I recommended I try Wiener Schnitzel.
So that's what we're gonna do. Fried chicken, it's good. Ooh, that's terrible. Good morning, day number 2 from Vienna. Weather is complete dog shit, so I'm gonna stay in here and rest up and see if this clears up. If it does in the afternoon, then we have some places that I wanna go to, but until then, I'm just not motivated to be cold and be wet. So yeah, I'm gonna be chilling out here for a bit. We are back to our regular scheduled program. Rain has stopped a little bit and the clouds seem to be parting and the sun seems to be coming out. We'll see how long that lasts. Don't have much planned. Was gonna walk 1 hour to the Schönbrunn Palace, but like I said, we don't know how long this weather's gonna hold up. So we'll take the train 20 minutes there and then maybe we'll walk back. We'll see. So I got the classic pass, which comes with a guided tour of the palace at 1:30, which I'm gonna wait for. But there is also a garden maze that I wanna check out, but if the weather's like this, we'll see afterwards.
Built in the 17th century, Schönbrunn is Vienna's testament to imperial grandeur. Expanded under Empress Maria Theresa, the Baroque masterpiece served as the summer residence of the Habsburg emperors for over 200 years. With over 1,400 rooms, Schönbrunn embodies the opulence of Austria's imperial past.
Fancy.
This includes its mirror room, where a 6-year-old prodigy named Mozart once performed and met the Empress.
This is the room everyone comes to see. Alright, I think I'm done. I mean, it's very nice, but I get the point. It's room after room after room, room of paintings, room of furniture. I get it. I enjoy museums, but I never really enjoy filming them. It just doesn't do it justice, and after a while you get it. It's a bunch of rooms that are closed off, glassed off. Lots of people there. It's really annoying. But the rain looks like it's stopped, So let's see if we can go check out the gardens. You know, I just have to say, yes, it is brisk. A little bit more than I would like, but you know, I've never really been a shorts and flip-flops kind of guy. I do like wearing layers. I do like wearing jeans and jackets. And it's kind of nice to walk around here, seeing all the fall foliage and, you know, explore the town all day for hours on end without sweating to death. Beautiful, beautiful garden. And the sun is coming out now, so it all worked out. So apparently the Imperial Palace plant collection got so out of hand that they built this place called the Hot House, and it's 113 meters. And I wasn't planning to come in here, but this is gorgeous. What's that sound? Jesus, these are like Jurassic Park leaves. Different section. Definitely different climate in this one. It's so hot in here. My lens is fogging up. This is definitely rainforest. I can't film in here, it's fogging up my lens. Wow. Oh, all right. It was nice in there, but it was hot. I gotta say, I'm not a plant enthusiast by any means, but if you are, you will love this. That actually made the afternoon. I think I'm good here. There's other things you can see here, like that's a zoo back there, but I'm not gonna go to a zoo. I mean, especially after just coming back from Malaysia and seeing animals in the wild. I prefer to be outside, you know, like this was nice, walking around the garden, getting some fresh air. This was good.
Further up from the palace, I spotted a monument in the distance, where I thought I could get a better look of the city.
Beautiful view looking down at the palace and of Vienna. It's been a nice 2 days in Vienna, but now we're gonna head to our next stop, which is this is my ride. We're heading to Salzburg.
This is Mai, who's from Germany. We've been internet friends for years, and while in Austria, will be joining me for the next 2.5 days in Salzburg. To get to Salzburg is just 2.5 hours by train.
We made it, but we fell asleep on the train and almost missed our stop. Just checked in, but we're immediately heading back out to explore the town. We have made it to Salzburg, and when I say we, I'm not alone. I have Mai here. Say hi, Mai. Mai says that we've known each other for 5 years through Facebook. Despite this gorgeous weather we're having, we're still gonna tread on, and we're gonna head to Mirabell Gardens. Welcome to Mirabell Gardens.
Named from the Italian word bella for amazing, this neoclassic garden has been the location of several scenes from the film The Sound of Music and one of Salzburg's biggest attractions.
Very intense entrance.
Today, the palace and its gardens are listed as a historic center and UNESCO World Heritage Site.
I love this little Christmas tree. We can decorate it, take it home.
Yes.
We'll call it Marvin. Despite the weather, I'm really glad we came out here. This place is beautiful. I could definitely see it on a spring day, a nice summer day. The place being packed. For those of you who are fans of musicals, a classic one is The Sound of Music, which was filmed right on these stairs.
From the gardens, we walked over to visit the home of a famous Salzburg native.
All right, next stop for today is Mozart's birthplace. Now, growing up as a kid into rock music and playing in rock bands, I didn't really pay attention to this kind of music back then. It was always like metal, you know? But as I've gotten older and more mature, I've learned to appreciate it. But I would also say that Mozart is kind of like the first rock star of classical music. I mean, that guy lived pretty hardcore until they killed him at the old age of 35.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was born in Salzburg, Austria in 1756 and became one of history's greatest musical prodigies. By age 5, he was already composing music and performing for European royalty. From operas, symphonies, concertos, and chamber, Mozart created over 600 works during his brief 35 years.
This is the most authentic depiction of him. That's rock and roll.
His genius laid in crafting melodies of extraordinary beauty and emotional depth.
Outfits from one of his operas, The Magic Flute.
From an Academy Award-winning film with 1984's Amadeus, over 200 years later, his music remains timeless, bridging the classic era with modern hearts.
Well, that was actually quite entertaining and fun, and it kept us out from the rain. But now, on to the most important part of any day, food, dinner. Ma, you hungry?
Yes, I am.
Polizei. Polizei?
Polizei.
Classic. Foot Locker. Antique.
Yes, Polizei. I don't get it.
You don't get it?
Wandering through the old town, we found ourselves a place to stop for dinner.
So we are now in the old town, and because we are in Austria, of course you have to try the local food. So today for dinner, what we're going to have is something very local, Mexican. Thank you, Mai, for recommending this very local place.
You're welcome.
Good? Good morning, day number 2 in Salzburg. And today is Mai's last day, so we're gonna go to the fortress. And it's so cool that the GPS is telling us to go through all of these little narrow alleys to get there. I love it. And we just stumbled upon this little market here that's just opening up in the morning.
We started the morning at the Mozart Cafe for breakfast before heading to the Hohensalzburg Fortress.
Fancy. There's a funicular to the top of the fortress. This town, this city just has so much charm to it. I love it. Who is this strange man?
The fortress became a major tourist attraction with the funicular railway opening in 1892. Construction began in 1077 and sits atop Festoon Mountain. At its darkest period, in the 20th century, it was used as a prison during World War I. Today, it stands as one of the largest and best preserved medieval castles in Europe, offering fantastic views of Salzburg.
You see the bridge that we walked over or no? can't get over these snow-capped mountains. It's beautiful. You missed a note. Good news, Mai. More stairs.
Yay.
Yay.
Going though. That's better.
Okay, we're done here at the fortress because Mai has to get ready to head back to the airport to go home, back to Germany. So we'll see what else we'll do this afternoon.
At the foot of the castle, we stopped in St. Peter's Cemetery, the oldest cemetery in the city of Salzburg.
There's a blueberry cheesecake.
This one?
Yes.
Blueberry cheesecake, please.
Let's see. Just don't want to drop it.
Yeah, don't drop it.
For
Take a bite. Good? I don't know how we're gonna eat all this. We just had breakfast.
you like?
It's good. Blueberry is fresh. You want to try to feed them?
No.
I think he's saying he wants some.
Yeah, but sugar is not good for them.
It's pretty good. Bravo.
Bravo. Wish I could play this too.
We have Yoda serving desserts. Good one, I say. So we have dropped Mai off at the train station, and I just took a bus about 20 minutes to Hellbrunn Palace. And this is the first day we're actually starting to see some blue, clear skies and warm weather. So I hope it stays that way, especially because where we're going, there's going to be some trick fountains. So if it's cold and I get wet, at least I won't be freezing cold.
The palace was built between 1613 and 19 by Prince Archbishop Marcus Sidicus and was only meant as a summer residence. The interior displays the surprising world of Marcus, including an interactive swivel designed for guests to view the surrounding murals on the walls and ceiling. The highlight are the ground's fountains, conceived by Marcus' sense of humor as practical jokes to be performed on guests.
So we're at the trick fountains now, and we were told to hang back if we didn't want to get wet. We'll see.
Some of the features include stone seats and hidden fountains that spray water, so you'll never know when you'll be surprised.
Oh! I got caught. Did not expect this. You gotta be careful. It's everywhere, even on the ground. Told you. We found the culprit, working his magic behind the screen like the Wizard of Oz. Shit! My favorite parts were the water-operated automatons that displayed different professions. You could tell that a lot of work, detail, and playful charm was put into this place.
Just then, a guide asked if we'd like to see a mechanical music theater that was built in 1750.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
The crown stands for the power that can be elevated.
It makes me feel like a kid again. a very wet kid.
It's private for us.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's beautiful.
Only for us.
And the theater. Well, that was a lot more fun than I expected it to be. And yeah, I loved it. That was fun. I spent like 2 hours in there. Come to say hello? Got a big giant fish right there. It's only been a few days, but I absolutely loved my time here in Salzburg. These last couple of days have been great. I got to see a little bit of that old Austrian charm that I've been looking for, even more so than I did in Vienna. But tomorrow we will be checking out because we're going to be heading to probably the poster card of Austria charm, and that is Hallstatt. So that begins tomorrow. Alright, heading to the bus station now to head to Hallstatt. And because I stayed in the hotel here, the hotel offered what's called a mobility app, which means that while I'm in Salzburg, I can ride all the buses for free. And because I am taking a bus to Hallstatt from Salzburg, I can take it to Bad Ischl, I think that's what it's called, free. And then once I transfer, I'll pay for that ticket to go to Hallstatt. And it should take about maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Once arriving at Bad Ischl, it was a quick train ride the rest of the way to Bad Goisen, where I'll be staying.
The views that you get entering into Hallstatt are just incredible. It felt like the Alps adventure that I imagined was just starting. Made it. Now, check into the hostel and go to head to Hallstatt.
For these next 3 days, I'll be staying at the Bad Goisen hostel, which is just a 15-minute bus ride to the village of Hallstatt.
So we have made it to the postcard of Austria, Hallstatt. Not gonna do much, we're just gonna wander around for a bit, walk by the lake, and then maybe get dinner here. We'll see. Yes, it is wet, it is rainy and gray and cloudy, but these autumn colors are spectacular. I almost feel like I'm in some kind of like simulation of like a Hansel and Gretel world or something like that. It is a small village, so we don't need that much time to explore. But then what I would like to do is, instead of taking the bus back to town, because I'm not staying in this area, I'm staying a little bit outside in a local area, in a hostel just outside of Hallstatt, like a 15-minute bus ride. Instead of taking the bus back, I can take the ferry back to the train and back to my place, which seems a lot more interesting because I love a good ferry ride. This is just incredible. I can't believe that in today's time, there is a world where people still live like this. No idea where we are, but someone said this leads right back to the waterfront. We're just going with it.
In just a few minutes, I made it to the Hallstatt Central Square.
Huge. Good night, sweet duck. All right, let's get to the famous Hallstatt Viewpoint photo op before this weather gets any worse. Don't know if we'll get the photo or even a thumbnail for this video, but at least we'll see it. These spots are famous for a reason. It's because they're beautiful. So this is the famous viewpoint that people come to take their photos and see. And just for this, check out this view on this perfectly beautiful clear day. And people come for this shot. It wasn't a perfectly clear day, but at least we got to see it. Anyway, let's get to the ferry before this gets any worse. While I wait for the ferry, hot dog. But it comes double. It's pretty good.
The next morning, I was up early to catch the first cable car up to Dachstein, which is the second highest peak in the Northern Alps.
All right, well, good morning. We are in Obertraum. That's a little bit further than Hallstatt. Today, we're going to be doing probably the activity I've been most excited to do on this trip. We're going to be visiting an ice cave. I wanted to visit the salt mines, which is also another popular activity to do in Hallstatt, but it's actually closed for renovation until next year. And I didn't mention it prior to coming here because this activity is weather dependent and it is still kind of like rainy and misty, but the cable cars to the ice cave are open and it looks like the tour is on. So let's get going.
The Dachstein cable car ascends 2,100 meters, or 6,890 feet, to the Kreppenstein station where the ice cave will be.
We are lost in the clouds now. Well, that was a nice cable car ride. I mean, we were lost in the clouds. But now we're gonna head to the ice cave. The tour starts in 40 minutes, but the hike to the ice cave takes about 20 minutes. But we're walking through all of this. Woo, that is cold and fresh. These are some of the most incredible views I think I've ever seen. So after the ice cave, we're gonna head to the Fingers Viewpoint. Right there.
The ice cave is a UNESCO site of unique formations analyzed to be 500 to several thousand years old.
Water drips down below, in this case 600 to 800,000 years old. So yes, it takes quite a while. 80 million years ago, where the continental plate shifting was going on from the outside, the water poured inwards. 22 meters height, width 40. Despite being herbivores, he had only one purpose: hibernation in here.
Not to state the obvious, but it's freezing in here.
This size structure is only 700 years old, and this was figured out through an excavation to the deepest part of the core of the ice.
Incredible. so dark in here though. I don't know if this camera's picking it up or doing it any justice.
I have now something special prepared for you.
These structures are impressive enough, but they're amplified with an immersive light and music experience.
Yeah, good presentation. Nice theatrics. I know what you're thinking, but I already asked. No sledding allowed. It's tempting though.
As we made our way to the end of the tour, there was still one final structure to cross over.
What do we have here?
This is now the very last station, the Tristan Dome, the whole heart and core of the cave system. And right in front of us, to the deepest part of the cave, we have a layer of ice of 23 meters continuously going through.
A bit wobbly for sure.
Something different now, right? Of course, thank you that you were here today, that you enjoyed the tour, and I wish you just the best on the Dachstein Plateau. And last but not least, God bless you all on your ways.
It was really dark in there. Don't know if my camera did that any justice, but it was fun. All right, just made it back down, but now it's a cable car back up to head to the Five Fingers Viewpoint, which is somewhere up there. Let's go. Well, I don't know how much of a view we're gonna get on this Five Fingers Viewpoint. We're in the clouds, but I will say this definitely has an appeal to it. How's the view? Excellent. Yep, not looking good, but I'll go anyway just for the exercise. Well, we're here, we made it, and behold, the beauty of Hallstatt. I guess this is the gamble when you decide to come to the Alps or the mountains in October. But I will say, it does have a certain mystique to it. I'm not complaining. Not for the faint of hearts. You see a little bit of something. Yeah, you can kind of see Hallstatt and the lake down there. Oh, we got some sort of a valley over there. Yeah, we see something. The sun is supposed to come out around 1, which is about now. But yeah, this is what we have. I mean, as a content creator or a vlogger, you always want to have the best shots, but this is what it is. This is the story. I came and this is what we got. We came, we conquered. It's about 1 o'clock right now. Gonna head down, have lunch, and I have the whole rest of the day to myself, but I think I'm just gonna head to the hostel and just chill out and relax for the rest of the day because it is cold. As I was making my way back down, you could see the clouds starting to clear. And while I was having my lunch with a beautiful view, this is what I saw. This is the last day in Hallstatt. I said before, I feel like I'm in some kind of Hansel and Gretel world here. Anyway, I might head back to Hallstatt later on this afternoon to kind of get some like last minute strolling in. There is a bone chapel that I somehow missed that I want to go check out, but besides that, we are at the halfway point of this trip, and tomorrow we head to Zell Lake.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. I've spent 3 days passing by that ice cream shop multiple times. I finally decided to get one, and it's worth it. So we are back in Hallstatt, and now we're going to be heading to the Charnel house. It's like this cemetery with skulls, and they're uniquely designed and decorated, which I think it's like an Austrian tradition. I'm not sure yet. Well, we'll find out.
The Charnel house has existed since the 12th century. As burial space became limited, large bones and skulls were removed 10 to 15 years after. Of 1,200 skulls, 600 are painted and arranged by a family name and date of death in a floral motif by an undertaker or an artist as a symbol of love. A tradition since 1720, with its final edition in 1995.
That was very unique and different. Now we're gonna head to a waterfall. It's about an 8-minute walk from here. I saw it from below. Let's go check that out. It's beautiful, but it's right beside a tunnel and cars are just breezing through. Well, that is my day. It's only 2 o'clock. But I think I'm gonna go to this one spot that I saw. When you get off the bus to go to Hallstatt, there is a transfer you have to do. Where the transfer is like this quiet spot by the lake, and it's just gorgeous. There's people actually swimming here. Hallstatt is nice, but it is a bit touristy, so what I've done is I've come to this park, which I saw on my way to Hallstatt. So when you're on your way to Hallstatt, you have to transfer to another bus, which is just over there, and it leaves you in front of this lake with all these beautiful mountains and towns and villages. So I thought I'd come here, hang out for a few moments, and enjoy some peace and quiet, because tomorrow we head to Zell Lake. In the evening, I had an amazing dinner at this cozy Syrian place just right around the corner from the hostel. It was a great way to cap off my time in Hallstatt.
It was another early morning train ride and will only take 2 hours to reach Zell Lake. be staying at a hotel right by the shoreline of Lake Zell.
Nice. This hotel is great, and it has its own private access to the lake, so guess where I'll be going. Now, I actually did bring a pair of swim shorts, but to be honest with you, I didn't think I'd get a chance to use it. But the receptionist on the front desk said that people do come out here to swim, even now in October. I actually saw a couple of people swimming earlier, so I know it's gonna be cold. I'm probably gonna scream, but when am I ever gonna get a chance to be in a place like this and swim? And it's warm out, and this is probably the best weather we've had all week, so even if it's cold, we gotta go in. Let's do it. Ah! Oh my God. Okay, that's cold.
Where are you from?
New York.
New York, ah.
Yeah.
Far travel, actually.
Yeah, very far to come freeze.
For the rest of the day, you're completely fresh.
I'm completely fresh. Bones hurt, so fresh. Oh boy. That was freaking freezing. But I did it, and I'm so glad I did, because this lake is beautiful. And you know, what are the chances of me ever coming back to this place again anytime soon? So it had to be done. The locals were making fun of me, taking pictures of me freezing. You want to take a picture of my pain?
Yes.
Okay, go. Take the picture, go. But I'm so glad I did this.
The following morning, I took a bus for an outdoor adventure, visiting one of Zell Sea's big attractions.
Well, good morning. Today we are at Sigmund Klamm Gorge. Took about an hour to get here, about a 40-minute bus ride from town, and then now it's a 13-minute walk to the gorge. I can already see it. It's gonna be a gorgeous stay.
At 32 meters deep and 320 meters long, this gorge dates back to the last ice age, formed primarily by meltwater from several glaciers from the Hohensalzburg mountainous region.
We've even got dogs doing this trail. Right below our feet. Look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? We are gonna walk around the lake, which should take us about an hour or so. These views, I mean, you could screen capture any moment, any frame of this video and just hang it up on your wall. So you can hike around the lake and even beyond that. But I think I'm just gonna keep it to just hiking around the lake, keep it a short day. really can't take a bad picture of this place. It's freaking gorgeous. I just hiked around the lake, the short hike, not the long hike. And that's it for me. It's a short day for me because I actually have to get back to the hotel before 4 o'clock to do something for work. And then tomorrow we leave. So I'm trying to enjoy this day as much as possible, especially for what I want out of this trip right now, which is more nature, peace, quiet, relaxation. This is perfect. It's beyond perfect. Yeah, the weather's been really, really good here. It's actually been the best weather we've had the entire week.
For the last day, and the weather being as good as it's been, I went for a final swim at the lake.
Oh, that's cold. We're back and it's still cold. But I'm happy. And it has to happen because it's now or never. And look where we're at. I can't complain. Well, I can't complain. It's freaking cold, but it's beautiful. So we have come to the end of our time in Zell Lake, and I love this place, as I said before. If I were to do this trip all over again, I would probably spend more days in Zell Lake because when I thought of coming to Austria, this is the image that I had in my mind. But it is time to go now because we're going to be heading to our final destination of this entire trip, Innsbruck.
To Innsbruck will just take an hour and a half by train.
We've made it to Innsbruck, and my hostel is only about 17 minutes walking from the train station, which is, kind of long, but good because in Zell Lake, I was on the opposite side of the lake from the town, so I would have to take taxis to get to the center of town, which was not cheap, so this is good. Anyway, let's get to the hostel. I'm in a 4-person dorm, which at this stage of my life is not ideally what I would choose, but it is the last couple of days of the trip. It's cheaper, and I'm also in the old town and close to the train station, so it's okay. Anyway, it's too early to check in now, but there are a couple of things that we can see before then in the old town, and they're all about a 10-minute walk away, so that's what we're gonna do. This area kind of reminds me of Copenhagen. So we have come to the Innsbruck Bridge.
The bridge connects Innsbruck's old town and overlooks the Tyrrhene Mountains.
And overlooking the bridge is, well, I think we all know who that is. Innsbruck Bridge. Now we're gonna walk to what is known as the Golden Roof, which is about 3 minutes walk from here. We are definitely back in a more city environment compared to my time in Zell Lake with just lakes and mountains. And there it is, the Golden Roof. Don't know what its significance is, but let's see if we can find out. Well, there you go. It says this roof was commissioned by Emperor Maximilian I to commemorate his wedding to his wife. That's a nice gift. Golden Roof, and now our next location is not even a minute away. It's Statram, right here. Jesus, it's a serious effort to get to the top. It must be like 5 more floors. At least the traffic down is like opposite stairs so that we're not, colliding because these stairs are narrow. Shit, that is tight. There's the Golden Roof. All right, we made it, but it is so narrow up here. That is a ski jump over there that I was thinking about checking out. Well, you can see all of Innsbruck here, but to be honest with you, with these nets in the way, it's kind of better from down below. And it's so narrow here that you can't walk through. I mean, this is not made for like average sized people anymore. Not that I'm saying I'm really buffed, but yeah, it's like here. When people are passing by, you gotta suck in your breath and let them through. Anyway, it was a nice quick little stop. I would say that if you had a fear of heights and claustrophobia, probably best to skip this one. Today is my last full day in Innsbruck, and in Austria, and today we're going to be doing some hiking. But I'm a little bit conflicted because what I'm finding is that during the day is the most cloudiest. It's 8 a.m. right now, but it's also the best time to beat the crowds. And yesterday, the clouds didn't clear up and show the peaks until like 5 o'clock, but that's when you'll get the most tourists. So, don't know, we'll see. But we're gonna make the best of it either way. We'll go up there and we'll see what we see.
We begin with taking the Nordkette gondola 1900 meters up to start the hike.
Next stop, Hundertwasserhaus station, top station.
So there is a 3 to 4 hour hike at the top, but it wasn't recommended to me because there's snow on top. So what I'm doing is taking a cable car to Hungerberg, and then we're gonna walk about 2 hours up to Sigrup, and then from there we can take the cable car down back to the town. It's steep and it's challenging, but there's these little micro switchbacks, so you can give yourself a little bit of relief if you're feeling it in the thighs or in the calves instead of just like ascending straight up. So that's nice. Definitely feeling it in the glutes. A bit of scrambling, which I prefer, and just stairmastering your way up to the top. Made it to this little clearing over here. Nice to stop and enjoy the views for a bit, you know, and rest the legs and thighs for a bit. That's what I'm looking at. This is like the best part of the trail so far. These colors are gorgeous, and it's flat. The fog is taking over. The road, yes. Holy shit, that was steep. That was hard. I had to stop filming so I can focus on my footwork to get up here. And I think it's what, another an hour, 45 minutes to the cable car. I can hear the cable car, but it's hard to tell how close we are because you can't see anything. We are in the clouds. Made it. That took me about 3.5 hours with filming, and I took my time because it's supposed to be a sunny day today, and I thought if it wasn't, I could take this cable car from here back down because the views aren't going to get any better. But it looks like the clouds are clearing up, and it's just one more short cable car up to the top where there's a restaurant. I can enjoy a nice meal and enjoy the views. So that's what we're gonna do. I am starving. I am gonna treat myself to a really good meal. You better believe it. Now it's just a short hike up to the top. this is how the trip comes to an end, at the top of Innsbruck. It was very challenging, but I'm very glad I got to do this because the views are incredible. And now the sun is out. And as I sit at the top of this mountain, reflecting on this 13-day trip, I can go home happy with very fond memories and a really big appreciation for Austria. Austria. Good job.
As promised, after the hike, I loaded up on every carbon sugar I wanted. And as we made our way back down, Innsbruck and the trail were visible. The next morning, it was a 4.5-hour train back to Vienna to catch my flight. So Austria turned out to be alright in autumn. Yes, we did struggle with the weather at first.
It is cold.
But once I adjusted, I found myself feeling alright with just a light jacket. So for someone who doesn't like the cold, that's not too bad. Once you're outdoors, the locations and scenery are unmatched. It's been some of the best visuals I've ever seen. From the majestic mountains of the Alps to the traditional architecture and surreal villages. And even with the cloudy days, it still managed to have its appeal. I can only imagine what Austria's like during the spring or summer months. I'm definitely interested in returning at some point to explore more locations, and I wouldn't mind spending a few more days in Zell Lake. It truly was a wonderful time, where I found myself in awe on multiple occasions and appreciating every moment. As I've said, I can't believe there's a world where places like this still exist. So yeah, Austria. What do you say? I see you again. Till the next one.
That's where we're going. Sigmund.
Ain't got nothing on me.
Always.
It's also soft.
What'd you say?
It's soft.
Don't nobody understand the words coming out of your mouth, man. Take 3. Check out the best feature. Yeah. But tomorrow we will be checking out. Okay, we'll do it again.